can't seem to find Connor. Let's go see where he could possibly be on this beautiful day here in Marina del Rey. Connor?
Yes?
Oh, there he is. Knew he's around here somewhere. What are you doing?
Trying to figure out how to get this damn old mount off here. It's like, I don't know if they use 5200 or what, kind of glued it on there and screwed it or what, but it's like, I tried this little impact wrench, I tried this regular big screwdriver, I tried hammering it, I tried everything. I got the nuts off, but I can't get the screws out. Thinking about just mounting the new mount to it. There's these bolts in here that I can't get out without taking this plate off. So I made a little template with my greasy fingers on some paper. We'll see what kind of bolt pattern we're working with.
Yeah, if I can't find him inside the boat, in the engine room, or in the bilge, I gotta look up. Is that fun?
So fun. See, the key is have greasy fingers, and then you can just rub the screws over the paper, and you can see the little flathead mark there, and there, and there. My fingers aren't quite greasy enough today, but we'll work on that.
He's been up there banging away. I just hoisted up to him. Now he's MacGyvering a new technique.
I think what I might end up doing is the stainless steel bolts are going to be really hard to drill out, or I can't bang them out. I've already tried every trick in the book, in my book at least. So I might drill the plate around it with a hole saw around the head of the screw. I won't be able to have a pilot bit though, and I'm going to need just a little bit smaller of a hole saw. Not sure if I can find one, but it's going to have to be like a 5/8 hole saw instead of this 3/4 one. I could try the 3/4, but I think it's just going to walk all over on me without a pilot bit. So otherwise,
What
I
did you
have to drill them out. I don't know.
What did you try already?
I tried the multi-tool to kind of plunge cut in there so that I could get my pry bar in. I bent my pry bar, bent my chisel, banged the hell out of it with the hammer. I tried punching them up, tried doing the little impact hammer, little driver there, and nothing's working. So it's frozen on there pretty good. I tried heat. I haven't tried any PV blaster or anything on it yet, but I don't think that's really going to help because it's not going to penetrate all the way through where the threads are. So I think it's just demo time. Time to get crazy. Grinder, hole saw.
You love that, huh? Demo time. He loves going up there. I think he's just looking for excuses to go up there and hang out. He needs some space from me.
It's a great excuse. So I don't know if anyone else has had this problem or if it's just me being crazy, but I am struggling with this radar mount template. You know, has all your bolt patterns and everything, but if you see the lines that they give you, it's very close, especially on this one, to the edge of this. And with the starboard, I don't feel like this is going to be enough kind of meat left on the board. So what I did is I had this 3 1/4 hole saw, which turned out to kind of give a good little radius on there, almost matched up with the radius from here. So I just traced that out. I'm going to use that one to kind of round the edges. And then for the front of it, then it just kind of drops off. So I ended up taping this other piece of paper to it and trying to line this up. There we go. And then I kind of wanted to just follow the natural line of the radar right there. But that's super hard to find without kind of, you know, losing your place on the hole here. So I tried to kind of trace around it, but to make that symmetrical is not going to be easy because it's not actually traceable. And anyway, so I'm sure it'll all turn out fine, but it's just driving me crazy. Maybe I'm way overthinking it. So as I was shooting that last clip, it kind of dawned on me that this might actually be the same radius from the back side of the radar to the front side of the radar, and it is pretty damn close. So what I did is I just took that piece that I already cut off the top there and put it here, trace that out, and I'm just going to cut it out, and then it should be nice and symmetrical anyways. Turns out I didn't need that 3.5-inch hole saw, but that should make it look pretty good, I think. Alright, so I got it all cut out and traced and center punched right there. I got the 3/4 inch starboard. This is actually 3/4 inch. It's not like how 2x4s are, 1 5/8. So it says the max depth on this base plate here is 0.71 inches. So I'm just gonna hog that out a little bit with the Forstner bit, just so that these bolts that are included in the package get enough bite on the radar dome itself. Don't want to lose a thread or two because of a little extra thickness, but I did want to have an extra little bit of thickness just for, extra added stability. Shh, don't tell Malvina I was drilling in the house.
You are in so much trouble.
I just cut the radar mount, and then I tried a planer on it. I used the jigsaw to cut the general shape of it, and then I was gonna try and just kind of clean everything up with the little planer I got. Made a big mess and kind of made a mess of the board too. Not that that's not sandable out and whatever. I can even it out, but it was pretty symmetrical, and I just took big chunks out of it. Not a great idea. Planers are for flat things, I guess. I thought I could just even it out a little bit better. So to the sander I go, I guess. Alright, I have made quite the mess with this project here, and it's turned into way more than I hoped it would be, but I think it turned out pretty well. You can see all the rounded edges there. Pretty nice. Used the router, used the sander, used the grinder, used the planer. I used almost every tool I have, and yeah, looking pretty good. It's not perfectly symmetrical, but probably you can't even tell on the camera, and you definitely can't tell when it's got the radar on it and it's whatever 12 or 14 feet in the air. So I think that'll do. When using a shop vac, always beware of where the exhaust from the vac is going. I failed to recognize that one, and boom, blew it all over there. Yay, more to clean up. May have gotten carried away with the trimming of that one. Look at that pile. Could probably make a whole nother board out of that. Just put all the bolts in and they all fit. So looks like I got the holes right, and it's looking pretty good as far as I'm concerned. I think that's plenty of meat on there for all these to grab onto and still have for stability, and yeah, lines up decent. I was kind of trying to line up right perfect with this right here, so I messed that one up, but it is what it is. From the right angle you would never see it. And now I'm trying to get this old radar mount off that I've been struggling with for weeks. Just trying to get one victory in today, and hopefully this radar mount will come off. I had to go up there with the grinder and just grind off all the screw heads because they are frozen in place somehow. I don't know what they used or what kind of corrosion caused that, but it's in there good. So
What are you gonna use?
well, I just grinded off all the screw heads up there, and now I'm hopefully going to be able to pry off the plate with this, and then if I have to, I'll grind off more of the screw, or hopefully just be able to pound out the remainder of the bolt up there.
How'd you secure your
So to
Pry
make
bar.
sure that I don't drop the pry bar onto the boat while I'm up there, I just put a little string around here and gave myself a good amount of working room still, but
What was?
this is the plate that caused all the problem. It doesn't even make sense why it was so hard to get out.
Success.
Alright, people, it's time.
We're super into climbing now.
Basically a professional.
He's pretty much a pro. We were even
Just
thinking.
hang out, you know.
He just hangs, and I was thinking about just changing these out to rock climbing, like for the the handholds. Yeah, we'll change those out so he can just, instead of
Work
getting
on your forearm strength a little bit more, you know.
Yeah, who needs a rock climbing gym when you got a mast?
Free solo this thing.
Free solo. I don't know about that. He's just showing me all of his safety because he doesn't trust me.
Just in case he tries to kill me, I got the static line here. Alright, so here I go.
Ladies and gentlemen, my future husband.
Alright, so we are finally ready to install this radar. I hope.
We do hope. And this is our brilliant way. We saw it on Delos.
Delos, they had like a fishing net kind of thing that they used, and it was a cheap little net. So they used it to hoist it up through, and then you could throw the bolts through there and still just cut it all away and not really worry about it. And this came with it, so seems sturdy enough as long as no, you know, crazy winds come or Malvina doesn't try and hang from it. Malvina crumpled this up together and then electrical taped around it, so it's got a good little hook. Feels plenty sturdy. There's also a biodegradable bag. B&G did very nice. So we'll just throw it in the ocean when we're done. And
We are kidding. That was a joke, of course.
I got the whole cable all hooked up. We're gonna pull it through the mast from the outside. We got a string down here. The string actually goes all the way down to the other side of the mast here, so we'll tape it up while we're all comfy on the deck there. And then pull that up, and hopefully it comes through the mast fairly easily because the other cables do not want to come through the mast very easily. How much security this radar gets, but we don't. I don't get that good.
Coming in towards you. I was hooked on here. What?
It's biodegradable, is it edible?
Got our biodegradable bag. Connor, are you coming down?
That has been kind of a annoyingly long project, but so happy to have it up finally.
So Connor was really taking into consideration that the radar overhung over the brackets. That way that when we tack or jibe, the sails roll across the rounded soft radar instead of rolling across that ridged bracket.
Turned out pretty good. Just barely off. We didn't want it too overhanging, but yeah, that's it. I'm fumbling over my words, so you can delete this, please, Malvina.